everyone. I am so sorry if you can hear any sounds in the middle of this. Um, uh, I forgot what I was going to say. Basically, this video contains some sensitive stuff, such as mentions of grooming, not safe for work art, fetish art, and some other things that might not be suitable for viewers that are sensitive to this type of stuff. So, if you are sensitive to this type of stuff, please kick off the video right now. If not, please enjoy the video. Also, please do not harass or try to witch hunt anyone I mentioned in this video, because if you do that, it will only make the situation worse. I do not want anyone to harass others because of this. I just want to tell everyone the truth that I'm tired of staying silent about. Anyways, enjoy the video. Hello, everyone. I can't believe I'm doing this, and I really didn't want to do this, but, I feel like I should tell you guys the truth about one of my Discord friends that turned out not to be my friend a couple of months ago. So, here we go, I guess. Basically, during this, we met in a wiki server of one of my favorite fandoms. And to be honest, we met because I made a mistake of him probably replying to me, but he was also replying to someone else. So that was pretty awkward. I am really shaky right now. Someone put an account for how many I said in this video. Anyway, so on a serious note, we met in a wiki server, and then we moved on to servers that I'm more active in, and that's how we became friends. So, yeah. Now, while we were friends, Omar introduced me to this server, which I will also keep quiet about for personal reasons. And basically, we talked a lot in that server, and we talked about it in our DMs about it too. So, yeah. Now, while we were talking about that in DMs, things got really, let's just say weird, and I will basically show that in a few screenshots in a few minutes, in a few moments. So, yeah. I will explain these all in very, very precise and specific detail. So, watch out for that. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Now, for some of these moments, which were in early 2024 and late 2023. In late 2023, which was probably my fault, I got a little bit platonic with Omar, to say the least. And in this year, Omar is 18 years old and I am 14 years old, which means I am 4 years behind him. Well, basically, Omar is older than me by a lot, and he's clearly an adult. So, during this year, I got very elaborate with Omar, and he just went with it. And I feel like that's my fault, because I probably started a bit, And I'll just let the screenshots speak for themselves, because I'm not really good with talking about it mid audio. So yeah, here we go. One of the mods of in which I was friends with Omar in, he told me about his relationship. Keep in mind that we also kind of did this in the server that he was in, and he wanted to explain to me about what was going on at that moment. And of course, my heart stopped and I got scared, because I didn't really want him to get away from me. So I lied and then said that, yeah, our relationship is platonic. And then at that same time, Omar messaged me this. Or at the same time, and Omar said that he wanted an example of us being platonic together. So I sent the latest messages that we talked about. And I thought everything was good by then. But then, at that same time, Omar messaged me back, and this happened. So yeah, my heart completely stopped at that point. I felt like I was gonna cry. So, and then the mod messaged me telling me that our relationship wasn't really platonic. And then he said, and then when I tried to explain, he said that it wasn't really my fault and that I was a victim. But I didn't feel like that, because I did feel like it was my fault, because I started this. And then he tried to assure me that everything was fine and that I was okay. And then he wanted to say that me and Omar should just be friends. So I did say that, and I told him if Omar and me could be friends. And then when the mod said that to Omar, he got banned. He got banned from the server, and soon enough, he would get banned from other servers too. So, and then I blocked him, because I thought what the mod said was right, and that I was a victim. But then, when that wasn't just the worst thing that happened, there were some things that happened in early 2024 when I decided to become friends with him again and talk with him again. So, on to the next chapter, which is Omar's barely disguised fetishes. That's right. This is the part where I advise you to probably click off or skip to a timestamp. So I will put that up right now. Thank you. Now, on to the chapter, I guess. Now, during this thing, I saw things of Omar that I didn't tell people before. Remember that time in the beginning where I said Omar was a nice but weird guy? Well, that is justified, because each day when I tried to play games with him or do anything with him, he would guilt trip me. He would guilt trip me, he would guilt trip my friends, he would guilt trip literally anyone into loving him and hating another that he thought was being quote unquote rude to him. And to make things worse, he got my girlfriend involved in it. That's right. He got my girlfriend, which is named N or Nova. That is the only information that I will talk about. He got my girlfriend wrapped into it. Because at that time, me, Omar, and Nova were in a polycule. Keep in mind that Nova was about 17 or 16, and I was still 14, which means that she was a bit 2 years, that I was 2 years behind her, and that she was a bit older than me, which is fine in my book. But Omar was still 19 in 2024, which means that we were both minors and he was an adult, which means that this polycule is considered illegal. Anyway, back to the topic. Remember that thing I said like a couple of minutes ago where I said that Omar's barely disguised fetish was in this chapter? Well, to keep it a bunt, Omar showed me art of him and let's just say it involved diapers, like, and the pissing in diapers. God, I feel my throat hurts so bad from talking about this. I am so sorry. Basically, I was not fantasized by the fetishes he put in there, but I was fantasized that he was a nice and cool artist, just like all beginner artists and all pro artists. So that's why I asked him for a request of me being drawn with Purple Rumi, because I was still into Purple Rumi at that time. But at the same time, he would also send me things like diaper fetish porn in general, and just suggestive things. The suggestive part is kind of okay in my opinion, but not okay to me, since at that time I was about 14 or 15. So, yeah. Oh, wait, no. I forgot to specify that in a server that he was into Puyo Puyo at the time. He would talk about, one of my friends stated that in the VC, he would talk about one of the Puyo Puyo characters, which their name was Klein, which is, I'll just put their age up onto the screen, which is probably a minor, that he said he wanted Klein to get shirtless. And everyone was literally grossed out by that. Like, everybody hated that. That is mostly why he got banned from that server I was in. And I will not mention that again because, again, for personal reasons. But still, that was pretty gross. Also, one more thing. He drew one of my friends in diaper without their permission. He thought that Alex was okay, that one of my friends were okay with it, which I will name Alex, when they didn't really ask their permission in the first place. Yeah. I don't know if they actually did or not, but still, that's pretty weird. Even though they're adult, that's still pretty weird of you drawing fetish art of them without their permission. That's gross. That's weird. Now, after I unfriended them and blocked them, I unblocked them a couple of months after, because I thought he was a good person again. Which he was a good person, but that doesn't justify his actions that he did in the past, like earlier. He done some horrible things, and I do not want me or anyone out there in the Jackbox fandom to condone with his bullshit. So, what do I want you to do? Why am I making this? This is because I want to raise awareness of what Omar did to the whole public. I will not let this go silent. So if you can, please report Omar on either their Tumblr, YouTube, or Discord. I'm not showing them the Discord. I'm not showing you guys the Discord tab because I know you guys will harass him, in which I do not want you to do. So now that my voice is hurting more, I would like to end it off here. I will probably make a part 2 to this if I can. But for now, this is all the evidence I have. So, I just wanted to give special thanks to some of my friends that supported me through this and encouraged you to make this video, because at that first time when I didn't, I felt bad about myself. I felt guilty. And I didn't want to do it in the first place. Please ignore the background sounds in my room and just focus on the video, please. Thank you. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to my personal friends. Thank you to my in real life friends. Thank you to my girlfriend. And thank you to anyone who just didn't want to condone with his nonsensical behavior in general. But this is all I have for now. Until then, until part 2, please stay safe and be careful out there. And remember, look into something before you trust it. Thank you. Goodbye.